Okay, so wait a minute. I just started it again, and the reduced power went away. Let's hear full rev. Oh man, I haven't heard that in so long. That sounds so good. Let's go drive. Wait, what just happened? Why'd you make that noise? Holy crap. Okay, I'm not supposed to be driving it right now. This is not planned for the video, but the reduced power engine malfunction went away, and I can actually kind of like drive it. So I didn't even get my camera mount. I just literally have the tripod sitting in the passenger seat. I'm waiting for traffic to go by so I can pull out of my driveway, and I grabbed a bungee cord from the truck, and like, it'll probably fall, but let's just hope not. Holy crap, I can't believe I'm about to drive this thing. If it breaks down, I just want to hear it. Ah! Crap. Listen to that! Ah! Oh man, that's beautiful. That, I'll roll that window down, is beautiful. That is my genuine reaction. I did not expect to be able to drive it like this. When it's in reduced power, it stops at 4,000 RPMs. And so it shifts at like 3,000 RPMs. I didn't mean to say stop, I meant to say it redlines at like, oh man, my freaking tripod literally just broke, I think. Oh, man. I can't believe this. I'm gonna pull over and gather myself here, but this is incredible. I can't believe I'm driving this thing at like normal speeds, the way it's supposed to be driven. In just a minute, I'll go over what exactly is happening. Like I said, this wasn't supposed to be part of the video. Obviously, I'd rather not drive with just one hand with my right arm completely stretched out. Woo! All right, calm down, let's not wreck again. I was supposed to shave and shower before doing this video because I was working outside. I look like a mess. I just left the house. I didn't even grab my cell phone. So if I break down, I'm gonna have to use like Morse code or something. I wanna see what this thing looks like driving. We're gonna put the tripod out and like, cause I freaking miss this thing. This is a cool spot with some silos right there. Let's see how she looks. I mean, look at that. That looks like a tiger coming out of the jungle. All right, let's get some exhaust clips. Hell, you're gonna give me the whole 8,000 RPM. We're gonna use it because that's what I bought it for. I'm guessing it's still misfiring, so it's still got that cool misfire sound that I actually do like. Let's hear it. Now let's hear it from the inside. It's definitely a little slower than usual, so I'm guessing, yeah, that misfire, whether it's a coil or maybe a throttle actuator, is definitely bad. I'm just not sure why the message went away, but that's good because it's allowing me to go all out, kind of. Except I can't shift myself. It has to be in drive. I'll explain that later. Let's hear it. Glasses. I didn't even lock the house, and I don't care. I cannot see.
I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
Woo. green. That's what's up. Alright, I'm gonna floor it here. Oh man, no!
No! God, please, no!
In the middle
No!
of driving! No! Why are you gonna do me like that? Man, I was having fun! That's alright. Hey, we got some good clips. Dang! She didn't like that. Alright. Almost home. Don't worry, girl. Okay, so that was a few days ago. The excitement's over. That was fun while it lasted. In those few days, I've gotten LASIK, so now I no longer need glasses. I'm no longer legally blind. So if this eye is like kind of irritated, if you can see it from there, that's why. If not, then good. So quick update, if you're new here, welcome. I wrecked this car back in December, and Eddie and I, way before the accident, had planned for him to come into town to review the car for his channel, Eddie X. And as soon as he starts driving it, unfortunately, it starts getting a transmission malfunction warning, which puts the car into automatic mode and you can't shift using the paddles. Here comes everybody saying I should have bought a manual. But if you turn the car off and then back on, it would reset itself and it would go away. So we kept doing that. And eventually he did it at a red light and then the car would not turn back on. And so I trailered it here. So here's what I think happened. I noticed a puddle, small puddle in my driveway of transmission fluid. I think during the accident, when I ran off the road, I ran over some bushes, and one of the bushes probably hit a line underneath the car because one of the lines was loose. And I think the SMG pump takes about 3 quarts. It was low, almost a full quart. So that's a lot of fluid to have lost. You know, it was only 2/3 full. So I think what happened, you know, obviously at the shop, they were moving the car in and out of the shop a lot, and I was going there every few weeks to start the car and let it warm up and let the fluid cycle. I drove it from my house to the airport, which is like an hour drive, and then Eddie and I drove like 2 hours before he started doing his review. All that time, you know, I don't know how much time that was, maybe like 5 hours of running time, the car was losing fluid. And so making it harder and harder for the pump to build pressure, or maybe the pump was getting hotter and hotter because it didn't have enough fluid in it. And so basically, up to this point, even now with enough fluid in it, the pump is still continuously priming as if there's no fluid in it. As you know, when you open the door of your M5, if you have one, you open it and you'll hear the SMG pump prime for like 10 seconds. Well, mine is continuously priming for like minutes. It might stop for like 10 seconds here and there, but it's priming when it's driving, it's priming when it's idling, it's like non-stop. And so that's why I was saying I was really pushing my luck and not supposed to be driving it, because eventually that pump's gonna just wear out and it's gonna like overheat, or it's just gonna stop. And so I really shouldn't be driving it with it priming like that. But I don't know what else to do, because I added fluid. Corey, the BMW magician is what I call him. We tried to do the transmission adaptation procedure after adding fluid, and it kept canceling itself. It kept canceling because of the code for a longitudinal acceleration sensor, which, okay, I bought it, $140, replaced it, and it did not do anything. Still getting that code for it. The pump's still priming, still can't reset the car. So maybe it's not the sensor, maybe it's the wiring from the sensor to like the control unit, or maybe the harness. I don't think this is it, but you know, that sensor is located here on the passenger side, like near the seat. This is where I hit the sign. Maybe, I didn't even hit it that hard, but maybe somehow the impact, you know, pinched a wire, a line from that sensor. I don't know, I don't think so, but you know, at this point, I don't know what else to do. So as far as the update, I'm basically just waiting on my friend who did the bearings, you know, a master technician. He knows this car really well, or, you know, the M5 in general. And I know he would never rip me off. So I, you know, as impatient as I am, I'd rather him work on it and save a little money rather than just dropping off at a shop. But he's just been so busy, and I've just been waiting on the green light from him so that I can either drive it there or tow it there, and then, you know, figure out what else it needs. You know, worst case scenario, it will be the pump. Maybe it fried itself, you know, losing all that fluid. I think a pump's like $580, and then not too hard to do yourself. Maybe it's the pressure accumulator. Maybe it can't build pressure. I don't know. You know, maybe it is the wiring from that sensor that's causing everything to just not be in sync. I don't know. So that's that. And so, but this isn't to scare you. I think all this is obviously accident related. I don't think the pump would ever just like stop without warning. Although, funny story, Eddie did say back when he was with Parker with Vehicle Virgins, they were in Parker's Gallardo, which is like an early '04 like E-gear model, and in the middle of an intersection, it broke down, like just wouldn't go into gear, I guess, I think is what he said. So stopped up all lanes of traffic, all directions, to the point where news helicopters were out in the sky, like, and Parker's parents called, like, you know, what's happening? And so, because I asked him, you know, when I finally got to him, I was like, I'm so sorry, like, are you embarrassed? And he's like, no, I've had worse. And he was pretty cool about it, and he told me that story. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, not to scare you, I don't think this could ever happen just without warning. Obviously, had I had time to look over the car, I would have known that it was leaking fluid, and I wouldn't have drove it. And then in the beginning of the video, you saw that there's an engine malfunction, reduced power. That is, I believe, just a coil. I've said this before, these cars really don't like to sit. I think they need to be driven. I think with it only being driven like 200-300 miles this entire year, you know, now I've got a misfire. And so maybe it's just a coincidence, you know, maybe it's just the mileage. I mean, I've never had to replace a coil. I've never had to replace the throttle actuator. I've never had a misfire with the car. But, you know, I'm willing to bet it's because the car's been sitting. So, again, not to worry. I think that's also accident related, that it's just been sitting. Because I've never had issues with it like that. I hope people don't take this video the wrong way. This is all just my fault for being an idiot. So, that's the update. Just waiting on the green light from my friend. So, hopefully the next video will be it back in my arms, driving normally. And in the meantime, I'll continue making exhaust videos and videos on the M3 because I've been having some issues with that. And so be on the lookout for those. And I appreciate y'all's support. Really, I really appreciate it. And so thank you. See you on the next video. Take care, guys.